Brutal heat wave is Earth's hottest summer ever measured. That's according to the World Meteorological Organization. Last month was the warmest August scientists ever recorded and the second hottest month ever measured, just behind July 2023. Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, and a lot of it's because the oceans are so warm right now, and that's what's feeding a lot of these strong hurricanes that we're seeing. And that's the thing we're worried about with Lee, eventually going through rapid intensification. Locally, we've got some clouds out there tonight. Might help keep the temperatures up locally because they'll act like a little bit of a blanket. I would not expect temperatures to fall back too much, but this cold front is going to be a big player in our forecast the next couple of days. It should help knock an edge off the heat, but also produce some strong showers and thunderstorms in a few spots the next few days. Low 70s when you wake up tomorrow morning, way above our average in the mid 60s. But that front, as it moves over us tomorrow, it's not a huge risk. It's a 5% probability that one or two storms could be strong or severe, but at least we're going to see the risk for some rain out there. Same story as we go into the start of the weekend. Friday will be the dry day before we see rain kind of develop on Saturday and Sunday. So tomorrow, temperatures still warm. Our average high is down to 85, excuse me, right now for this time of year. So tomorrow, those temperatures back up into the low 90s, at least a little bit cooler than today, but certainly a warm afternoon. Now, the one thing that'll help us this weekend, the cloud cover and the showers should help block out some of that sun and keep those temperatures just a hair cooler. But the front gets stuck over the Carolinas. And so what that means is we're going to at least see the risk for pop-up afternoon storms Saturday into Sunday until this front kind of pushes through. Let's take a look at that close-in future cast. You notice the clouds early tomorrow, but by afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we're going to see a couple rounds of scattered storms. Not everywhere, but they'll be around during the afternoon, evening. Friday's kind of a lull, and then watch what happens on Saturday. We start to see the influence of some moisture coming in off the Atlantic, which will help enhance those rain chances. Dew points are creeping up. It is going to be pretty sticky around here for Thursday, Friday into Saturday. Dew points in the mid to upper 60s. Now the rain chances confined to Saturday, Sunday, a little bit drier to start next week. So there's our Hurricane Lee continuing to slowly get stronger, up to 80-mile-per-hour winds. But over the next 3 days, really 2 days to be honest with you, it's going to go through another phase of rapid intensification as these winds could jump from 80 miles per hour up to 155 miles per hour by Saturday night. This water ahead of it is really warm. It's deep, warm water as well, and there's very little shear. You can see the 5-day forecast takes it down here. After that, there's questions, will it threaten the East Coast? Right now, there's no indications of that, but it's a storm we've got to watch. There's the intensity forecast. Look at that. Saturday night jumps up to 155, just shy of Category 5 strength. Now, these strong storms, when they get that strong, usually don't maintain that strength very long, so it could bounce around 3, 4, 5 there. But there's the long-range track. Notice it's very close to the east coast of the United States, but much slower. This is next Thursday. It's still off the east coast between the Outer Banks and Bermuda, possibly pushing to the north. The key will be that ridge of high pressure. Right now, it looks like it keeps it just offshore, but kind of splits the uprights between Bermuda and the Outer Banks. But if that ridge should weaken a little bit and push east, it could be even further out. But the one scenario we've got to keep an eye on is a stronger ridge, weaker trough that brings it close enough to the Carolinas that it could affect the East Coast. But that would not happen until late next week or possibly next weekend. So we've got a long time to watch this. So the need to know for Lee, it's not going to threaten us right now. 3 days still away from the Caribbean. Keep monitoring into next week. We're not in the clear yet. And make sure you're looking for credible sources of information. There's a lot of misinformation out there, especially on social media. Trust me, we've got a long time to watch this. This will not be sneaking up on anybody. Here's their Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. 90s the next couple of days, mid 80s over the weekend. But next week, signs of that cooler weather, upper 70s by the end of next week and some 50s for lows.
Yes, bring it on. Brad, thank you.